What's going on YouTube? It's Brayzon back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro.
What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Madden 20 video for you guys here. Today I'm going to be going over how to make coins with the NFL playoff promo. So there's a couple different ways to go ahead and do this. So if we check out the sets, how to complete these players, if you guys didn't check my video from yesterday on the the promo and everything new about that, is they all have playoff cards for that team. So for instance, 95 Gilmore is the playoff hero for the Patriots, and then they have cards under him. So you'd have James White, and they're the same overalls per team. So you have a 93, then you have, I believe it's a 91, and then an 89, and they go down like that. So we can see 93, 91, Kyle Van Noy should be the 89, and then it basically goes down from there. So the simplest way to go ahead and do this method, or the first method I should say, it would just be purely sniping. So, you figure out which cards probably have the most types of players. Like I said, every single team is the same overall. So what that means is we can go, let's say, just to the 80, 89s, or 88s, 89s, and it'll just be these 89 playoff players when we filter it. So let's just go right here and we'll filter it to NFL playoffs, and it'll just be all 89s per team. And we see they're all about 46,000. There's 12 of these players. So since there's 12 teams in the playoffs, there'll be one per team per overall set, or however you want to say it. But basically what you can do, first method, would just be purely sniping them. What you want to do is just filter by teams that are in the playoffs. You could either write down a list of the teams that are in the playoffs, or you could figure out, you might just know them. I kind of know them off the top of my head. And then basically you just want to go through whatever overall you have coins for, and then basically do the math. So let's say he sells for 46,000, and we see that. We know 10% would be 4,600, so we would have to get them for about 40,000 to make any profit. And then you just go through teams, because what could happen on this is if you just filter it by all, there's going to be people that look at it and say, okay, Jaron Reed, 45,000. So I'm going to sell, whoever it is at 45,000, but there might be 89s for certain teams that go for a little bit more than that. They might go for 55 or something like that at the time, and you'll be able to pick them up for a little bit cheaper, and it'll basically be a decent amount of coin snipe, depending on that time. So so let's just go by teams and show you guys that. Chiefs are in the playoffs, we know that. So let's see. So for instance, Eric Fisher is 49,000, but since, like I said, the 45,000 is the lowest that we're seeing, someone might put Eric Fisher up for 45, or even then they might try to put him up for 42 to try to really quick sell him as the first 89 overall card. And as soon as you make that profit, you can go ahead and sell him for about 49. Get about 5,000 off. You would make about 45,000, and if you bought them for 42, that would be 3K profit, just like that. And the second method off of this would be snipe these cards and put them into the set. So same method, you would want to figure out the 95 overall heroes first for this promo. So for instance, Travis Kelce is 320,000. So you're going to want to go through all the overalls. Is there a 93? There is. So LaShawn McCoy, 165,000. Then you would go to the 91s and do the math basically all the way down. So not 170 plus 165 plus, let's just say 90. That would be like 250-ish, 245, something like that. So you're going to have to snipe these cards, obviously. So 245, that's already almost at 300,000 just on those ones. As we go down, it would not be a profit necessarily on this Travis Kelce, but you guys should get the point. If you go ahead and snipe some of these cards, you can either flip them for the profit, like I said, or you can possibly put these into sets, and you're going to have to do the work yourself in terms of figuring out which set is going to be the best. It's really impossible for me to say do this set right now because the market's always changing. There's sometimes cards that people aren't pulling from packs, they're not able to grab or anything like that. So for someone like Deshaun Watson, he might end up going for a little bit more, or his cards might go for a little bit less, and then that's where the profit comes into play. The playoff cards are decently expensive right now, so that's why you could either snipe them and just try to resell them, but you do have that 10% auction, or you could put them into sets. They're all roughly around the same price, but we see this Kenny Stills is about 185 right now. So you want to find the ones that are going to be the biggest profit. 185, and then Jonathan Joseph, that puts it up to about 260. That puts it up to a lot more. And like I said, AFC and NFC really depends, because some of them are going to go for a lot more, or some of them are going to go for a lot less, but their cards are more important to, a theme team or different things like that. For instance, I know that the 49ers have a lot of cards that you could do a theme team, and the highest overall would be this Joe Staley. So Joe Staley is going to be a little bit more on the higher side because he has 93 run, 90 pass block, and a left tackle is pretty important to have on a team. And then Deebo Samuel, also a pretty good card at this position if you're trying to use this 49ers theme team. I think he'd be either your third or fourth because you would have T.O. and then you would have the Jerry Rice as well. But this Deebo would be, pretty important. So definitely depends on the team, like I said, and your sniping capability, and how volatile the market is at that time. But the last method is going to be a little bit of, not necessarily a secret, but just a way to maybe clear out some of the auction, your item binder, and in that sense, completing some of these sets for cheap. So there's this welcome set. Obviously, you should do this first. Just exchange 180 to 80 overall elite player, and you'll get one random 83 overall NFL playoffs player. So what you can do after that is you can exchange 183 to 84 and 380 to 82. So this doesn't necessarily make you money just completing it once. So if we check my 83s to 84, we have this TL, which we're not allowed to actually put in there. And then 80 to 82, I have 3 players that I could put in there. But like I said, I don't have the 83 to 84, so I can't go ahead and complete this just yet. But if you put 3 80s in there, and they go for about, you could probably snipe 80s for about 7,000-ish. I would say probably about 7,000. So that's about 21,000 and 83. Let's go check the auction house just to show you guys the numbers that I'm not making it up. But if you can pull a good card off of it, it is going to take some luck with that method. But if you can pull a good card with it, it can make you some coins. A lot of the times I always tell you guys with these promos, it might not be a $1 million or million coin promo where you can make so many coins just purely off of, continuing to do something every single time. But there is some times where you can just continue to do something and then, you'll get maybe 200,000-300,000 coins or maybe 100,000 coins and then move on and do another method after that. So as we see, they're going for about 9,000 right now. It kind of depends. This is kind of early morning, so I don't know if the market's necessarily crazy good or anything like that. So you could do like different things. You can do time remaining and try to snipe them because there is a lot of them that you can try to get the bids on. We can see some of these, which these ones have long amount of time left, but sometimes you could check by bids and go ahead and pull someone, check back, and maybe you get James White for 4,000 or something like that. And if you're able to do that, I would say about 5,000 to 7,000 would be my target on these. That's about 21,000. Then you would have to get 183 to 84, which, like I said, it depends on, what's this 83 right here, Kamara. Obviously, you're probably not going to get them for these prices because we can see the time left on them, is a long time. But you can get them for pretty cheap for, once again, about 8,000 or 9,000. They don't go for that much. So that's about, let's just say 7 per each, like I said, because you do want to snipe them just a little bit. That'd be 28,000. So now if we get out of this and we go strictly to the NFL playoffs, we see that if you get an 83, you're obviously going to lose coins. If you go to the next, which 83, like I said, you're going to lose coins 100%. Now, if you get an 85, you're going to get closer to that coin value. You're at 14,000. 87 is really what you want to pull to go ahead and get those coins back. 24,000, you're roughly right around there. Depends on who you pull, obviously. Once you start getting to the 89s, if you do get lucky, you would get a lot of coins off it. So I personally wouldn't snipe all of the cards. What I would do is try to use some of the ones that you get either from, packs or whatever it may be that, you can see I have basically 3 of them already. So I actually will snipe one right now just to end this video out and show you guys exactly how to do it. We don't want an NFL playoff player, so... Well, I guess I don't know if it could actually be an NFL playoff player, but we don't need it to be. So let's just see the cheapest one we can actually get. Let's go by position. So we know that we need an 83. So let's see if we can find an 83. I think the running backs was actually cheaper. You know, and obviously, like I said, sniping them would be better. Let's just buy this Jim Brown right here so we can go ahead and throw him into the set, because we know that we need 183, and we will go complete this set to show you guys exactly. You know, like I said, you're going to want to do it when you have cards in your item binder. That's the great thing about keeping these cards in your item binder for when new promos come out, because now I spent basically, what, 10K, and I'm going to be able to complete the set. If I get a good pull, I make a lot of profit. The least amount, you know, technically I lose, but since I didn't buy any of these cards, I would still say I broke even. And that's the great thing about doing it this way is if you, let's do Kevin Maui, because my heroes might actually go for more because there are not that many of them in here. So right here, we're going to add this Jim Brown, complete the set, and let's see who we get. So this is 83 plus, so you have a lot of chance of pulling someone good. And I don't think I did. Actually at 89 just from there. So you guys see right there, I got an 89. And you doing this, you could either sell this Kenny Vaccaro or you could add him to the set and try to do it that way. But you guys see right there, you know, let's go check out how much he goes for. He should go for a pretty good amount. And just like that, you know, I only spent basically 10,000 coins because you got to use your item binder. That's how you make the most amount of coins in this game, is by using your item binder, you know, wisely and things like that. But right here we see 46,000. So now I'm going to put them up for about 45, make about 40,000 coins. And just like that, you make a lot of coins. It's super simple method, guys. You know, just using your item binder to help you make coins off this playoff promo. So if this does help you out, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below if you guys do have any questions. Like I said, some of these do take sniping, or you can use your item binder. Either way works. That being said, guys, leave a like, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell, and as always, I will see you guys next time.